and welcome to your very first online Make Do Kangaroo class. Now, normally we would all be together, wouldn't we, in the same room to do our Make Do Kangaroo and to do our arts and all our painting and making, but we're not together just now. We will be soon, hopefully, but for the time being, you are going to be doing Make Do Kangaroo in your home, and I'm going to be doing Make Do Kangaroo here in my home. So this is my Make Do Kangaroo room. Can you see? Look, there's Kangaroo up there. And this is where I do all my preparation. I make up all your wallets, and for just now, this is where I'm going to be running all of the classes for you to watch and for you to do at home. So for our very first class, because this is the first class of a brand new year, isn't it? We're now in 2021. So because of that reason, we are going to do our 2021 picture. But before I show you what that looks like, what is the very first thing that we normally do in class? Can you remember? Apart from sitting on our mats, before I hand out your wallets, what do? We put on the kangaroo song, don't we? And we jump about a bit and we try and get rid of all of that energy that we've got. So if you're ready, stand up and get ready to jump about whatever room you're in. If you're in the kitchen, if you're in your playroom, if you're in your dining room, living room, it doesn't matter. Whatever room you're in, stand up and get ready to jump about to the kangaroo song. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Hear it? Lines. Ready? So we usually march around at this bit, don't we? So all march like the team up, ready?
I'm a kangaroo and I know just what to do. I'm living in Australia.
I've got my kangaroo. You can get a toy.
Love to do me jumping and
Toy you
singing
don't
every day. Boing, boing, boing.
Well
boing,
done.
Boing, boing, boing. I'm a kangaroo.
Are we doing lots of jumping?
Kangaroo.
Is mummy or daddy jumping? Whoever's with you, get them jumping as well. Yep. And doing some jumping. Ready?
So come and bounce around with me. We'll have a lot of fun.
Well done.
Come on, children. Now it's your turn to jump up and
The
down.
kangaroo can jump around the room. Here you
Are
go.
you jumping up and down and up and down and
Well
bouncing,
done.
bouncing around the room? That's it.
Look how
That's
high you can jump.
lovely.
Ready?
Now you're like a kangaroo.
You can jump
too.
really high. Ready to do more jumping?
Boing, 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 boing.
Well done.
I'm a kangaroo with a joey in my pouch. You'll never find me sitting or relaxing
Well
on
done.
the couch.
Keep going. Anybody tired? Here we go. Look.
I love to
Pulling
jump
that back.
around
Let's
the
go. One last jump. Ready?
thing.
Well done. Good job, everyone. Let me put the music off. Well done. Right, now you can find a seat and you can sit down. I don't know where you are. You might be, I'm going to sit kind of there. Sitting at a table. You might be sitting on a floor. Wherever you are, sit down, and remember this is when we get our wallets, don't we, at this time? So hopefully you might have your wallets, or maybe mummy and daddy have already taken what they need out of their wallets and you've got it all sitting ready to start. A bit like what I've got here. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to do. This is our picture for 2021. So it might look a little bit backwards for you, but we've got 2, 0, 2 and 1. Okay, and that is the year that we've just entered, now that we're in January and we've passed Christmas. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas, did you? And get lots of presents. Did Santa actually come? Remember, at the very last class, we had our Christmas class and we talked about Christmas Eve and Santa delivering your presents. Did Santa come to your house and deliver your presents? he came here and delivered some presents here. We were very lucky. We must have been on the nice list. So now that Christmas is over, we're now in January of a brand new year. So if you can see, these are all the different seasons in one year. And these are my trees. I wonder if you're able to say what the 4 seasons are throughout the year. I wonder if anybody knows, because there are some bigger ones watching this, maybe some older brothers and sisters. I wonder if they know what the seasons are throughout the year. So this first tree here has some blossom on it. So this is our spring tree. And then this tree here, can you see there's a lovely big sunshine in the sky. It's a lovely warm day. And this is our summer tree. Look, with lots of green leaves and some flowers growing in the ground. Now this tree here, the leaves have changed colour. So the leaves have changed to maybe red, maybe gold, orange, brown. Sometimes there's still some green leaves left on the tree too. So can anyone remember what season this is, when all the leaves change their colours and we move into autumn? Autumn. Then after autumn, we move into the last season of the year. And that's when quite often all the leaves fall off the trees. And sometimes it snows because it's very, very cold. And can you see my little tiny snowman that I've drawn there? And so the very last season of the year after autumn is winter, when Santa comes. So we're kind of still a little bit in winter just now. That's why it's so cold and icy outside. And maybe some of you saw a little bit of snow as well. So that's our 4 seasons throughout the year. Spring. We're going to come into spring shortly, hopefully. Then we'll be in summer. And then we'll be in autumn. And then it'll be winter time again. Can you believe it? It will come round fast. We'll be in winter again and Santa Claus will be visiting again. And then we'll go into another year. So this is our picture that we're going to make today. And I wonder if you can see my trees. What do my trees look like? I've drawn round something to make my trees. You see, I'm going to have to try and see. Look a little bit like my hand. Yeah. So what we're going to do, the first thing that we need to do is we need to draw around our hands. So you should have this in your pack. And I have folded this really big long piece of paper, folded it up, so keep it folded and place your hand on there. Now you might need some help, so you might need mummy, daddy, granny, granddad, auntie, uncle, whoever's helping you today to help to draw around your hand. So we want to put our hand on the paper, fingers open, no closed fingers, fingers open, big spread hand like a starfish, all those fingers out wide. And we're going to get our pencil and we will draw around our hand. Now, if whoever's drawing around your hand, if they can, put a little line at the bottom for a tree trunk, okay? So you want to have the hand, the fingers up at the top, and you hopefully want to have a little bit that we could have a wee tree trunk at the bottom, okay? So your hands will be a lot smaller than mine. My hands will be bigger than yours. So my hand takes up a little bit more space of the paper. Your hands will be hopefully nice and small. So we will have that. You see? Then you can have some help to cut it out. So I'm going to need to go and get some scissors because I haven't got any scissors here. That was a little bit silly. Let me go and get some scissors. So, some scissors. Now again, whoever's the adult that's looking after you can help you to cut this hand out. Maybe, depending on how old you are, you might want to try doing a little bit of this yourself, or you maybe don't want to draw round your hand at all. And if that's the case, and you don't want to do that, then, I'm going to just switch my music off, there we go. Then, what you could do is you could maybe just cut out rectangle shapes for the tree trunks, nice long rectangle shapes. And you could glue those down for the tree trunks. But it's quite nice to see your hand, and sometimes a lot of adults like to see your hand as well, because then that's how you can see how much you've grown. If your hand has got bigger and bigger over time, then you can see just how big you've actually got and how little your hands once were. So if you keep your paper folded, then that's why you only need to draw around it once, and you only need to cut out once, and you'll have 4 hands. Okay, 1 hand for spring, 1 for summer, 1 for autumn, and 1 for winter. Now what we need to do is glue these now onto the paper, okay? So it doesn't matter what side you glue them down on, doesn't matter where they go. It would be quite nice if you could have 2 at the top and then 2 at the bottom, like that. But this is your picture, so it's completely up to you how you glue them on, okay? But we'll put some glue. Make sure you get glue right up the tippy tips of the fingers as well as down at the bottom. I'm going to glue my first hand up, and then right, let's put the glue, and we'll glue the second hand, okay? And then, and like I say, really it doesn't matter which way round these hands go. There we go. Let's think where I can put them. And the very last one, there. Okay, and there you've got your 4 hands. Okay, so these are your tree trunks, and look, all your fingers are going to be the branches of the trees. So let's think, will we start doing our spring and our summer trees? So we want to start with painting the top 2 trees, okay? One is going to be spring and one is going to be summer. Now I have already, looks like a funny face, doesn't it? 2 green eyes, a carrot nose, and a big mouth. So this is my plate of paint. So we're going to use green in both the spring tree and the summer, okay? So for this, either you could use a cotton bud out of your pack, all right? And remember, we've done that before. Do you remember in the Christmas class, we did dot, 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 dot for all the snow falling out of the sky in your Christmas picture. So you can either do that for the leaves. If you want to, you can use the cotton bud and do dot, dot, dot for the leaves, or we use our pointy fingers, okay? And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to dip my finger into the green paint, and we're going to do dot, 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 dot. Now, you can get some green paint on your finger and put it on your brown hand that you've cut out and stuck on. But it doesn't matter. See how I've got some green dots on the white sheet of paper too, and that's totally fine, totally okay, because leaves grow out of the tree and grow out of the branches. So it's absolutely fine to have green on the white paper, and it doesn't just have to stay on the your brown cut out hand. Okay, so there we go. Now, what I would say is a summer tree has more green than a spring tree. Okay, in summertime there is lots of leaves on the trees. So try and put more green onto your summer tree than maybe on your spring tree. Now, can you have a look? So I have lots and lots of green on my summer tree, on that one, and I've just got a few dots of green on my spring. Okay, maybe do a bit more. There we go. Now, once you've finished doing your green, I'm going to get a little wipe my fingers. Our spring tree, can you remember, has lots of lovely blossom. All the pink and white flowers. So if you have got from your pack all your little bits, remember, of your pink tissue, scrunched up tissue in white, we're going to glue those onto the spring tree. So get a glue stick and put a bit of glue onto your tissue and decide where you're going to place them onto your spring tree, okay? The one that hasn't maybe got as much green on it for the leaves. So wherever you want, it's up to you. You can glue these little bits of tissue paper wherever you want on your tree. And remember, doesn't necessarily always have to be on the brown hand. You can put it on a little bit of the white paper as well, because as well as the leaves growing out from the branches of the tree, the flowers kind of grow out from the branches of the tree too. So they can really just go wherever you want on your spring tree. Okay. How are you managing? Are you getting on okay? It's very strange not seeing anybody and just talking to myself. But hopefully you're managing fine. And look, so there is my spring tree here with all the blossom and a few green leaves. And then here is my summer tree with lots and lots of leaves on it. So now we're going to move on to the bottom two trees. And this is going to be our autumn tree and then our winter tree. So we'll start with the autumn tree next, okay? So the autumn tree is the one directly below your spring tree. This is your autumn. Now autumn, that is when all the leaves change colour on the tree. Do you remember talking about that too in class, when there was the owl? Little owl sits in his tree, no one sees as much as he. Do you remember that book all about trees? And then all about how the leaves change colour on the trees in autumn, and they can change to red and brown and orange and gold and yellow. So if you have any of these colours at all in your paints, then you can use them. So again, if you want to use your finger, use your finger. If you want to use your cotton bud, use your cotton bud. I might do a bit of both. So I might do a little bit of paint with my finger. Now, sometimes there's still, not all the leaves change colour on the tree. Sometimes there are still a few green leaves. So if you want to add a few green leaves, you can do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put lots of red dots. Now, I'm going to decide, it's completely up to you, because another thing that grows on the trees in autumn time and sometimes falls from the tree in autumn time are apples. So apples, if you've got an apple tree, apples grow on the tree. You'll sometimes get blossom will come out on your apple, all nice flowers come out on the apple tree, and then the blossom turns into fruit. And then in autumn time, that's normally when the apples fall off the tree and are ready to be picked and eaten, and they sometimes fall on the ground. So I'm going to do big red spots on my tree, and look, if I show you, they are going to be my apples on my apple tree. You don't have to do apples, you can just use your finger or use your cotton bud, and you can just do lots of leaves. But I'm going to use my finger for my leaves, and I'm going to put orange and green and maybe a little bit of brown. We don't want too much brown because then you're just left with a brown tree. It's not very colourful, but we can use a little bit of brown and then it'll look a little bit more. And don't worry, like I say again, if you have some paint that doesn't stay on your brown hand and moves out onto the white paper, that's absolutely fine. And don't even worry too much if you end up getting some paint down at the bottom of the tree, because the leaves fall off the tree in autumn time, and sometimes there are some leaves on the ground. Do you remember in autumn time, maybe going out for a walk and all the crunchy leaves that you walk on that have fallen off the tree? So don't worry at all if you get some of the paint at the bottom of the tree, because we'll just say that that's the leaves falling off the tree. And that is my autumn tree. See that one there? Now the next one, right underneath your summer tree, that's going to be winter. So in winter, usually all the leaves have fallen off the tree and there's no leaves at all, so the tree is bare. So we're not going to put any paint, any leaves on our tree at all. But sometimes what happens in winter time is it snows. So sometimes the trees can be covered in snow. So if you've got your little bit of cotton wool, just one little bit of cotton wool, that's all you need to do. And you can start pulling it apart if you're able to do that, if your fingers aren't too sticky with the paint. Start pulling it apart and pulling bits off. Okay, and they're going to be your little chunks of snow. And you can decide, put some snow maybe at the bottom of your tree. Do you see down here I've got some snow at the bottom, because the snow falls and there's some snow that lands on the branches, but then the snow keeps falling and it covers a lot of the ground as well. So you want maybe some snow at the bottom of your tree. So I'm going to, you can use a glue stick for this one as well, but I'm going to use my little bottle of PVA. Whatever glue you've got to hand is absolutely fine, that's the glue you use. And I'm going to put some glue, I wonder if you can see, like that. And I'm going to stick some of this bits of cotton wool onto the branches. And this is where it gets really messy and your fingers get all covered in cotton wool. And I'm going to stick some cotton wool on the ground at the bottom of the tree, so that the snow has all fallen down onto the ground. There you go. I'll maybe get a wee bit more onto the branches. Right, so let's have a wee look and let's see. Have you done your spring tree? Have you done your summer? Have you done your autumn? And have you done your winter? Let's take a look. Look, there we are. Our 4 trees of the year. Now this point you've got your little piece of paper, see, with 2021 on it. So this can be glued on so that you always remember the year that you created this painting. And it's completely up to you where you glue it. So on this one, right, I've glued it to the very, very top. I think on this one I'm going to glue it right in the middle. Like that. Yep, glued it right there. Now the other thing you can do, if you want, you can leave it and that can be your completed picture. If you want to, you can put a little bit more detail in your trees and you can do a bit of drawing on it. what I thought I would do is talk about what is your favourite month. So do you have a favourite month, a favourite season of the year? So maybe you really love summertime because maybe summertime is when your birthday is. When is your birthday month? What season is your birthday in? Do you have a summer birthday? Do you have a winter birthday? Maybe you love winter the best because that's when Santa comes and you sometimes get lots of presents and it's a really nice time winter. Maybe you love the snow. Maybe you love springtime because you love Easter, because Easter's in springtime when the Easter bunny comes and you sometimes get given some chocolate eggs. And maybe you love the spring lambs get born in Easter. Sometimes lots of really cute bunny rabbits in Easter. So there's lots of different reasons to love certain seasons. So if you have a pen and you're able to, maybe you want to draw a love heart next to the tree that's your favourite tree, that's your favourite season, okay? And then if you want to as well, either in pen or crayon or pencils, or you can even still use your paint. You can maybe draw in some more detail. Look, I'm going to show you where I have drawn my love heart. Can you see? What's my favourite season? Are you able to tell? What tree is this one where I've drawn my love heart? That's my favourite season because it's usually warm and I love to be warm. I hate being cold. And this is the season when my birthday is. My birthday is in August. So my birthday's in the summertime. So that's why that's my favourite season. I like that one the best. Maybe you want to draw a lovely sun in the summertime. So maybe at the top of your tree you could have a lovely big sun to show that it's summertime and the sun's in the sky and it's lovely and warm. Maybe you want to draw some grass at the bottom of your trees. You seen this one? Like I've scribbled some grass at the bottom of my trees. And remember, that's where I drew my snowman. So maybe you want to add some drawing to your picture. If you want to, you can. It's your picture, you can do whatever you like to it. So if you want to add some drawing, then if you're a little bit bigger, you could maybe draw some things that you associate with that season. So in winter time when it snows, that's when we sometimes can build a snowman. In autumn, that's where I have did all my red apples, remember? So when your paint's dry, you could maybe add a little stalk and maybe some leaves onto your apples from your apple tree. I've also drawn a little hedgehog. And there's my apples falling off the tree. And I don't know if you can see this like tiny, tiny, tiny. Look, I've got a little spider hanging from my tree for autumn. So maybe if you want to add some more detail and do some drawings, you can. I don't know whether you can tell. I've actually drawn some little birds in a bird nest in my spring tree because the birds like to make their nests in springtime because that's when their babies are born in spring. So you've got some baby chicks in the bird's nest. So if you want to, you can add as much detail as you want onto your picture. It's completely up to you. It's your painting. Alright. So hopefully you have finished your beautiful 2021 painting of trees throughout the year and how they change throughout the seasons. Alright, well done guys. Let's put this to one side, okay, because the paint is still wet. So if you're able to do that and put it to one side, then do that now and let it dry. And again, if you're not quite finished, you can always put in a little bit of detail later on. Right, so once we're finished our painting activity in class, can anyone remember what we do next? We normally have the parachute, don't we? And we have a bit of parachute play. But if I have a parachute here, it's just me. There's no one else to help me shake it. So unfortunately, no parachute, but then when we put the parachute down on the floor, we all sit on it, don't we? And we have our story. So if you want to, you can go off and get a snack, okay? And a little drink to have while I read the story, because that is normally what we do in class. And I don't know what time you're watching this class at, but maybe if you're able to, go and grab a snack. Tell mummy or daddy or auntie or uncle, pause the video and go and get a snack, and then you'll be all ready for story time. Alright, I'll go and get ready. So hopefully you can see the story this week is called Sugar Lump and the Unicorn. I wonder if any of you have seen this story before or have read it before. Maybe you have this story at home. It's written by Julia Donaldson. You might recognise her name because she's also written The Gruffalo, What the Ladybird Heard, The Singing Mermaid, The Gruffalo's Child, The Snail and the Whale, Stickman, so many great books. Okay, so let's see what happens to Sugar Lump and the Unicorn. Can you see? There we are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Kangaroo out of the way so you can see the picture a little bit clearer. Yeah, is that better? Okay. So, you see the little unicorn there? This unicorn had a silver horn. Her eyes are bright and blue. And when she hears a horse's wish, she can make that wish come true. And look, here's Sugar Lump. Sugar Lump was a rocking horse. He belonged to a girl and a boy. Can you see? There we are. And the girl looks like, can you see the girl's got a crown on her head like she's dressed up like a princess? And the boy looks like he's dressed up too. Maybe like a knight, with his helmet and his sword. And they're both riding on top of the rocking horse onto Unicorn. To and fro, they rode on their favourite toy. Here in the children's bedroom is where I want to be, happily rocking to and fro. This is the life for me. Sugar Lump loves being in the house with the boy and the girl. But look what's happened. Can you see the boy and the girl out the window? There they are up there. Oh. But when the children were out at school, Sugar Lump hung his head. He was all lonely at home on his own. Oh, to be out in the big wide world, I wish I could trot, he said. He wants to be like that horse out there outside. I wonder who's going to make his wish come true. Can you remember? Oh, look, it's the unicorn. Done, came a voice, and there stood a beast with a twisty silver horn. I can grant horses wishes, said the snow-white unicorn. She pawed the ground and tossed her mane and flashed her eyes of blue. 7 times she turned around and the horse's wish came true. What's going to happen to Sugar Lump? Let's turn the page and find out. Look. Where's Sugar Lump now? Can you see? Sugar Lump's outside, not a rocking horse anymore. Look. Now Sugar Lump was a farmer's horse, pulling his cart and load. Clippity-clop, clippity-clop, he trotted along the road. Here in the open countryside is where I like to be. Clippity-clop, clippity-clop, this is the life for me. Look, I wonder if any of you recognise. Do you recognise the farmer? Or look, what about the prize cow? And this little, see if I can find it over here. What's sitting there on that plant? They're all characters from What the Ladybird Heard. You recognise them from the book? Yeah, from another book. But time went by and the hills grew hard and Sugarlump hung his head. Oh, to be free of this heavy load. I wish I could gallop, he said. So he's not just happy being outside anymore, he's getting fed up pulling this cart all the time and he wants to run. So look who arrives. It's the unicorn. Done, came the voice of the unicorn, and she flashed her eyes of blue. 7 times she turned around and the horse's wish came true. What's going to happen to Sugarlump now? Look what Sugarlump turned into. A racing horse. Now Sugarlump was a racing horse with a jockey on his back. Gallop a jump, they thundered down the track. Here on this famous race course is where I like to be. Gallop a jump, this is life for me. He's happy now. Oh, he doesn't look so happy anymore, does he? What's happened? But time went by and the jumps grew hard. Oh, he's getting tired. And Sugarlump hung his head. Oh, to slow down and have some fun. I wish I could dance, he said. Here's the unicorn. Done, came the voice of the unicorn, and she flashed her eyes of blue. 7 times she turned around and the horse's wish came true. How's how's Sugarlump going to dance? Let's find out. Look! Where's Sugarlump now? He's joined a circus. Now Sugarlump was a circus horse with his tail tied in a bow, dancing and prancing around the star of every show. Here in this splendid circus is where I like to be, dancing and prancing and dancing. This is a life for me. Does anyone recognise who that is? Has anyone read that book before? The Singing Mermaid. Remember? But time went by and the children's cheered made Sugarlump hang his head. Oh dear. Oh, for a child to ride me. I want to go home, he said. Oh, he's missing the boy and the girl from the very beginning of the book in the house, when he was a rocking horse. Do you remember? Done, came the voice of the unicorn, and she flashed her eyes of blue. 7 times she turned around and the horse's wish came true. So Sugarlump's going to go back home. Let's see, become a rocking horse again. But look, where is Sugarlump? Where's the boy and the girl? Sugarlump was back to being a rocking horse. But where were the boy and the girl? Time had flown and they had both grown and forgotten their favourite toy. Alone in the attic. Oh no, Sugarlump's been put up in the attic. The boy and girl don't want to ride him anymore. They're too big. Sugarlump sighed. Oh, I wish I'd never been born. But I have a better wish for you, said the Snow White Unicorn. The Snow White Unicorn's going to give Sugarlump another wish. Let's see. Oh, look at her. She pawed the ground and tossed her mane and flashed her eyes of blue. 7 times she turned around and she made Sugarlump's wish come true. Let's see. Oh, look! Can you see where Sugarlump is now? There. Look. She's a horse on a merry-go-round. Now Sugarlump is a fairground horse on a beautiful merry-go-round. Merrily up she rises and merrily down to the ground. Here in this fabulous fairground is where I love to be, merrily, merrily, round and round. Now this is the life for me. Do you think she'll want to stay being a fairground horse? So, Sugarlump is a happy horse, and the children are happy too. And the unicorn with his silver horn closes her eyes of blue. Her work's all done now. She's given Sugarlump all of her wishes, and now she can go back to sleep. There. And that's a nice one for bedtime, because then you can go to sleep too, hopefully. So that is called Sugarlump and the Unicorn. Now, Sugarlump got lots and lots of wishes, didn't he, in that story? And sometimes at the beginning of a new year, you are able to make lots of wishes too for what you would like to happen this year. So look, this is where I have made a wishing wand, and you get to make a wishing wand too. And this way you can make lots and lots of wishes come true. So you can decide what you would like to wish for. Maybe you would like something to happen this year. Maybe you would like to learn to do something new, maybe something different. Maybe you would like to learn a new hobby. Or maybe there is someone that you would really wish that you could see and give a hug to. Maybe there's someone that you've not seen for ages and ages and ages, and you would love to see them, and you can maybe try and make a wish, and hopefully that one day that wish will come true. So to make our wishing wand, what you're going to need from your pack is a straw, and you should have 2 coloured stars, and you're also going to need your glue stick, okay? And really, really easy, what you need to do is cover both stars with glue, okay? So we want to put glue all the way around, right to the edges, right to all the points on one, and then we want to do the same with the other, okay? Put lots of glue all the way over, right to the edges, right to the points. And then we put 1 star down, and you get your straw, and you put your straw, let's see, in the middle like that. Just see if I hold it up. Like that. Okay. And then what we're going to do is then we're going to get the second star, and we're going to put that over the top. And we're going to stick both stars together with the straw stuck in the middle, so it can't escape, it can't get out, it's stuck there. Okay. Let's see, I probably stuck my star to the table. Like that, do you see? So you've got a star at both sides, and you've got your straw stuck right in the middle. And there's lots of glue there, so that straw isn't going anywhere at all. It's going to stay there. And now all you need to do is decorate your straw. So you should have some stars. Let me reach over and get my stars. You should have some coloured stars in your packs. And you might have a wee glittery one as well. So if you've got a big glittery one, it's up to you how you do it. You maybe just want one big glittery star at one side and other stars on the other one. Maybe you don't want to use a glittery one at all. Maybe that's the only one you want to use. Totally up to you. And then also, what you maybe want to do is you maybe want to write on your wishing wand. If you want to, you can write. I've written on one side, I've written, I wish. To say, I wish, I wish, I wish. And you can decide what it is you want to wish for. And then on the other side, I've written 2021 for the year, because this is my wishing wand for this year. So if you've got a pen and you want to do that, then you can write down, and you can write the date, 2021. And then you can also do whatever else you want to this. You can, if you've got anything at home, if you've got special stickers that you love, you can put it on. If you've got some glitter, you can put it on. Glitter glue, gems, doesn't matter. whatever you've got, little bits of ribbon, doesn't matter at all, whatever you've got, you can use to then decorate your wand. And then this is your wishing wand, and then you have to decide what you want to wish for. That's a hard thing. Maybe you want to ask mummy or daddy or granny or granddad, is there something they would like to wish for? And you can maybe make a wish for them. Okay, so that's a really quick and easy craft if you manage to do it and decorated it how you want to. Okay, and then decide on your wish and see if it comes true. You can let me know if your wish comes true. So well done. So in class today, we have made our 2021 trees throughout the year with all the different seasons. So if you want to go back, once your paint's dried, and put some more detail on that with pen, you can. And we've also made our wishing wands, okay, for everything that you want to wish for this year. So well done. So I don't know what your table looks like, but there's maybe a little bit of tidying up to do. What do you think? So let's get the tidy up song on. Are you ready? And you can maybe help your adult to tidy up. Okay, maybe there's a little bit of the table that needs wiped.
Time to tidy up, tidy up, tidy up. Time to tidy up, put your things away.
Put the paint in the bin. Anything that's dirty can go in the bin.
Time to pick up toys, pick up toys, pick up toys. Time to pick up toys, put them in the place.
Put it away.
Time to close your book, close your book, close your book. Time to close your book and put it on the shelf. Time to look around, look around, look around. Time to look around.
Are we all
just to
tidy?
look clean.
Have you tidied everything up? Good. I think I'm all
Make the
tidy.
room look nice and neat, nice and neat, nice and neat. Make the room look nice and neat. Thank you very much.
How you getting on? Are we
When you
tidy?
finish play, put your things away.
Well done.
Keep your room neat.
Almost
Nothing under your
finished.
feet. Good to find a place to keep things safe. Thank
Maybe
you
you've got
very
some
much.
toys that need tidied up as well. Maybe just an edge to tidy out.
Tidy up, tidy up. Time to tidy up. Put your things away. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Well
Time to
done.
tidy up.
Good job. So what normally happens when we've finished up the tidy up song is we're able to get the bubbles out, aren't we? So I have, look, here's Freddy Fish. He's already here with his bubbles. Now, I should hopefully have put in your little bottle of bubble mixture. So if you want to join in with me and blow some bubbles, maybe you can blow bubbles yourself, give it a go, and make sure you do a big blow out, okay? Maybe the adult that's with you could blow the bubbles and you can pop them, whatever you want to do. Okay, so get your bottle of bubble mixture out, and here it is. Now go and get the bubbles ready. Look, here are all the bubbles. So many bubbles to pop. I don't think I can pop all these myself.
I'm forever blowing bubbles,
I'm gonna need to pop them for me.
with bubbles in the air. They fly so high, nearly reach the sky. Then, like my dreams, they
some bubbles yourself? Or if you didn't, did you manage to pop some that maybe someone else blew for you? Well done. So that is the end of your very first online Make Do Kangaroo class. Now also hopefully in your wallets there are 3 stickers of suns. I wonder if you can find them. Let me see, I'll show you what they look like. Like these. So see if you can find them in your pack. So what you can do is there's 3 of them, and there's one for this week, one for next week, and then one for the 3rd week. I'm missing my one here. So see if you can peel your first sticker, and if you want to take your first sticker for this week, because you've done such an amazing job, because I know you will have all worked really hard and did so well, then you can take a sticker like you would do in class, okay, when you're all done. And then, if possible, can you send me a photo of what you've made? Because normally I get to see it in class, and normally I get to take a photo, but I can't see you today, and I'm not able to take a photo of your amazing work. So if you can you get your adult to take a photo and send it to me so I can have a look and be amazed at how wonderful you all are. Okay, that would be amazing. Thank you very much. So I hope you've really enjoyed your first class and you're all looking forward to next week. So you've all got everything else still in your pack for next week's class, and I shall see you all then. Okay, hope you have a lovely week, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.